Well, let's take a look at the core components for Azure Front Door. And the reason I specifically made this graphic was because there was no real representation or example that I could find. And so I thought it was very important because when we start to talk about routing, the path looks completely different from this. It's similar, but it's different. So there is, I don't know why there's inconsistencies there. There is Azure Front Door Classic, but I was using the latest version. And so just understand that if you're confused, I'm confused too. But this is the visualization of what I think it works when you're actually using it within the GUI, okay? So the idea is you have a profile, and a profile, as far as I can understand, contains all the other Azure Front Door components. And then you have this idea of an endpoint, and this is the pathway from the front end to the back end. And within your endpoint, you need to have some kind of origin. So the origin is saying what to point at. So what to point at the back end. And even though it says origin here, it's really origin group. So you actually assign origin groups to an endpoint, and so it can route to multiple origins. Then you have a route. And so the route is where you can apply your rules and rule sets to determine more routing things. Then we have the ability to have a WAF policy before it reaches the backend. And so hopefully that makes it a little bit more clear. But one thing that is interesting when we talk about routing is that when they talk about the order of data coming in, they actually describe it as if the WAF policy is over here. But then when you look in the interface and GUI stuff, they put it on the right side. So whether it is here or there, I don't think really matters in practicality, but, I was trying to find that out. And the way data gets into Azure Front Door is that it's going to hit a edge location, and then that edge location is going to then trigger, I don't know why it says trigger, but the idea is to go to the front end. It should be more like match. But I have this kind of like expressway or highway to kind of emphasize that this is going to be very, very fast to get to your Azure resources. So hopefully that makes it pretty clear about the components there, but it'll be crystal clear when we do the follow along, okay?